There are so many good things I could say about Slimbridge, and only one thing bad I could say. Not about Slimbridge, but about the weather. Um, Today it is 31 degrees currently at Slimbridge Peak, but that's quite hot. But tomorrow, Monday, it's going to get up to 39 where I live, just north of Leicester, and on the Tuesday it's going to get up to 40. So, I mean, I like 31. It's a comfortable temperature, but no, it's not. It's not a comfortable temperature at all. About 24 is about a great temperature for me. 24, maybe 25, 26. I like that temperature, but as soon as you start getting above the 30, then I'm kind of dead. 31's all right for a day, but then I kind of like start flopping. I don't know how the geese or the swans feel about the heat, because they're not from round here. They're at all from the aviary, but we saw about 20 new birds today, and about nearly 200 bird species in total. So this is quite epic, and I really can tell you what a day it's been, and I'll show you a bit later in the video. But this is WWT Slimbridge in Gloucestershire. Wow, it's been quite an epic day and end to a holiday. So we're at the car park now, and there's like, could you see our car with the bikes on the roof? That's our car. So they've got big notice boards just there next to the toilets. It's quite expensive, but it's so worth it. I mean, you see that little blue padded thing that has feet sanitizer in it. When you step on it, it prevents bird flu. There's a Sloane Observatory, which we're going to be going through soon. The toilets are quite cool. I mean, yeah, they're cool inside. I mean, I was talking about cool as in the house sparrows perched on the top, but then I just realised filming this, that yes, the toilets are actually cool. Inside they're nice and cold compared to outside, which is kind of dead. But sparrows have actually knocked half of the thing out so they can go inside it and build a nest in there. I've noticed that because I've seen them coming in and out. It's cute though. This is the entrance to the Sloane Observatory, and the visitor centre, and the place, and the whole of Slimbridge. I've only been to one WWT before, and that was earlier this year. I think 2 WWTs for this year. I think that's enough, so I think we'll stop it there. But I mean, yeah, I don't know many people who go more than 2 or 3 WWTs a year unless they work there or unless they're local. But like for a person whose closest WWT is an hour and 50 away, I think we're doing pretty well. It's a massive place. It's flipping huge. So we're just gonna play it by ear. We're just gonna see what happens. But it's quite lots of space in it. But anyway, we're gonna start with the Sloane Observatory. I unfortunately didn't count the steps, although I should have. But there's a long spiral staircase that goes all the way up and up and up until the top. And it's so cool in the stairs. When you open the door, it's like, oh, another dimension, because the heat rises and it gets to a certain point. Like I saw people gliding up like in the sky, but heat rises and then it gets to a point where it stops. So the people gliding won't be boiling as much as I am, because we're at maybe, it can still go on a little bit longer before heat stops rising. But there we go. There's a big lake. You can see a lot of geese, but Sir Peter Scott, who opened this place in 1945, loved geese. That's the whole point of Slimbridge. Love geese. Slimbridge. The reason he wanted to do this is because he believed that he wanted to see a lesser white-fronted geese, and he said, if I build this, then maybe white-fronted geese would come. They did. But lesser white-fronted geese, the rarer ones, they might come as well. Here's some grey-lag geese. You'll just, I think you know the birds from my previous video, so just watch this while I talk. And he believed that lesser white-fronted geese might mix in, but that's before they built the aviary with the lesser white-fronted geese in. Here's a female tufted duck. That's before they built the aviary. Like they had like hooper swans, cranes. That's before cranes came to this country. If it did come to the country, then it would be a miracle back then. So this is called a duck hut, but apparently there's a swallow's nest, and it just flew over my head, and I was like, wow, I could feel it as well. So it's quite scary and interesting. You can really feel it. It's just a couple of centimeters above my head. So this is the Rushy Hide, or just simply the Rushy Hide. Looks over the Rushy Lake. And we've got some grey-lag geese. This looks like quite a good hide, lake and hide. I mean, there's certainly a lot of birds about. We've got a juvenile shelduck, now obscured by the bushes. It's been a tiring week. When I'm filming this, today is Wednesday next week. Wednesday the 20th. It's now back to 25 degrees, and I'm much happier. So we've passed all the hot weather. So here is a black-tailed godwit with a just one of them, and I've just noticed a couple of goldfinches come down to a little river just by the hide. It's like a little water stream, come to bathe in it. It's quite cute. It's just a little stream that goes by the hide, and then it joins into the big lake. Just noticed greenfinches come as well, but then they're soon gone. So I'm going to focus back again on the black-tailed godwit, and it's fortunately sleeping now on one leg. It's always happening with black-tailed godwits. Whenever I want to film them, they're always either sleeping or just not looking at me, or just putting their... That's annoying, but here's a shelduck, a bit more... In fact, that's a female shelduck. So, we've got a moorhen and a black-tailed godwit now. I'm just gonna... When it gets its bill out, I keep pressing the camera button like crazy. Not needed with the slap wing, but we're gonna go to the next hide, the Martin Smith hide, see what's about. It's quite a long hide, actually. Goes on for quite a while, actually. A few miles or so. This is a little pond or lake, but there's nothing there, so we're going to move on to the next side. I think this is a pretty section. Now we're moving on to the Willow Hide. It looks over the bird feeders, and right now it's just house sparrows just taking over the feeders. No blue tits. Nothing, just sparrows, just house sparrows, just taking over the feeders. So we're going to move on from there to the Robbie Garnett Hide, which overlooks the tack piece, or the lower tack piece. So we have got a Dunlin now in summer plumage. I think our last Dunlin we saw was like Kilmsey Wetlands or something a month ago. But it's good to see some Dunlin again. I kind of expected to see Dunlin because they were on the sightings a couple of days ago. They don't do sightings over the weekend anymore for some reason. But it's good. It's good. Certainly very good to see some Dunlin. And I'm going to check out the Knott Hide, which is looking over the other side. It's a big path, but with hides on either side. The Knott Hide looks over the other side, and this is a really stinky one because it's got flies and cows everywhere. But we've got a green sandpiper. That's the only bird on the whole lake. Just a green sandpiper. But it's good to see a green sandpiper again. And look at the Stephen Kirk Hide. Lapwing. There's two of them. This is actually a different one. This is what the tack piece looks like. It's a good area for Dunlin and everything. Now this is the Estuary Tower. It's massive and it's tall, and it's even got air conditioning in it. It's really nice and cool. I don't know if it's air conditioning or not, but it just feels really nice and cool. It's got a lift and it's got stairs, so it's kind of it's quite impeccable hide, but there's nothing really much about from here. Just a few cows. We were thinking of taking the summer walkway, which goes a bit further on to the Severn Estuary, but then I realised it's an open area and it's 29 degrees currently, so I'm probably gonna bore to death. So there's a few more rooks about, but we're gonna go up to the next floor, which is open, and I'm dying outside. It's really hot, and you can see the temperature. You see that little brown muddy area? There's meant to be water in there. This is the River Severn, and beyond that is Wales. Yes, never been to Wales, but I really do. really do want to go to Wales. Beautiful. We're going to go for a spot of lunch now at Kingfisher Kitchen. And then we're going to go and explore the other side now. So here's the mallard. So we're on the bridge now, just had our lunch. Mute swans, grey-lag geese. This mute swans are a real poser. Like, remember the one at Brandon Marsh in January? That was a real poser. That was a real poser. Lots of ducks in the lake. Lots of various ducks and rooks. And a feral pigeon. There seems to be a lot more rooks here than anywhere else I've been. There's farming and beyond here, but it seems to be quite a lot of rooks and these very, very, very needy geese. Moorhen. And these Canadas. There's a immature in one of them as well. There it is, the one at the back. It's coming right up to me. We haven't seen any white-fronted geese yet, but this is the reason why. These geese, so funny. They're just. Oh yeah, we forgot to have an ice cream from that van. I literally just noticed that now. We had it from a different place, and I was like, oh yeah, we forgot to have an ice cream from this van because we didn't come this way back. We came a different way. But then I just realised, oh yeah, we've got to have an ice cream for lunch. And I was like, oh well. I'm sure we'll live. I just realised that was 4 days ago. That's kind of disappointing, but... yeah, like lots of rooks and a coot. You can really see it's... Alright, so we're currently now at the aviary. These are the 4 things you can see here. So this is the southern screamer, like I said on the board. I've recorded the board, so first of all, you can see what birds they are as well. And this is a black-bellied whistling duck, as well as me trying to remember them as well, but I thought I might include them in the video. And this over here is the ringed teal. Unfortunately, no puna teal or puna teal. We didn't manage to see that. Maybe that was hiding. I know it was there because... why wouldn't it? Actually, it might have not been there, but probably just hiding. So we're off to the South Lake Discovery Hide, looking over the bridge, and there's just a little field nearby. We've got a nice little pied wagtail in the field. So this is the South Lake Discovery Hide. I heard there's some Ruff over here and Greenshank. This is quite a state-of-the-art hide. You got the posh chairs. Oh, they're really padded as well. Look at this. Look at this hide. This is nice. So we've got a mallard trying to be a teal. It's a female mallard, but doing the same style as feeding as a teal. Got a lapwing here, and this is something that I've never seen before. A Ruff. No Greenshanks, unfortunately, today. I can give you a spoiler. No Greenshanks today. I didn't see any. I don't know if they're reported or not, but like today. But this is the Ruff. I saw plenty of Ruff today. This is my only one. But as I've not seen Ruff before, so this is great to see a Ruff over here at Slimbridge on the South Lake. It's a lot smaller than you think. It's actually really quite tiny. Then again, most waders are really quite small. Smaller than a lapwing, I think. But its legs are longer than a lapwing. And it's when you get a comparison with a redshank, you can see that its legs are much more orange. This is starlings on the scrape. Yeah, I have seen that before at Hicks Lodge. Alright, just doing a bit more scanning now for greenshanks. At the time, I was scanning, but I thought I might video it. You see, at the time, I thought, yeah, if I scan, I can video it as well as a bonus. But if I scan, I might be able to see a greenshank. But just before that, I've given you the spoiler. So this is just, I'm going to show you right now how many godwit there are. That's a lot of godwit. They're all black-tailed. There's no bar-tailed. It's just some of them are different colours. Some of them are different colours of the molt. Not the molt. The plumage change. What the? No, not the molt. But some of them are in summer plumage. Some of them are winter plumage. Still a bit late, but redshank at the back, just there. The Ruff's all the way up the other side. I'm just like filming at full zoom now. But this is absolutely terrific to see all these birds here, and it's quite a long video. I took a lot of film. It's Slimbridge, of course I'm going to take a lot of film. But there's a lot of birds about. A lot of black-tailed godwits. It really is starting to warm up quite a bit now. In Slimbridge, it's starting to warm up quite a bit. I can feel it, the heat. A few red shank mixed in, none here actually, although if you look carefully that you might see the odd one. The Ruff again. This is the Ruff. Now I just realised I want to talk to you about something else. It's Pied Ragtail here. I thought I'd take a few photos. But I took another video of a widgeon, just the next video. I took a video of a widgeon, but I don't know where it came from because it has a blue head. It might be from the South American Discovery Lake because there's a Chiloe widgeon there and it looks like that sort of bird, but we'll see. Let's just say that it was a widgeon, just some sort of widgeon. Anyway, this is a James Flamingo. You can see it's got the yellow bill. You'll be able to tell the difference. These ones just got their bills in their mouth, so. This is a lesser flamingo because it has a black bill. It's a bit darker and it's smaller. Rosy bill pochard. These are not wild birds. These are aviary birds. You wouldn't be seeing these in England. Just notice this, I said bear's pochard. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's just over here. And this is a rosy bill pochard. Lots of pochard today. Looking at some grey-lag geese and some goslings and a cheeky little moorhen at the back. We're now on our way to the Hawaiian geese, or the nenes. They only live in Hawaii, that's why they're the rarest goose, but yeah, there we go. So, this is what they look like. I think they look quite beautiful. I think they're interesting birds, actually. Intriguing. This is the Mesolithic Hut. I know I'm pronouncing that right, because I looked it up. Apparently there's meant to be cranes and Buick's ones. I've seen cranes before, but never seen a Buick's one, so there's the crane. There's the other crane, sleeping. I didn't actually find out about this hut until, because there's like another hut, and you have to go through that hut to get to the other hut. So it's like, I was just explored and I saw the other hut, and it's like, if I didn't see that hut, then I wouldn't have never seen a Buick's one, like, today. But we definitely saw this Buick's one here. It's definitely a Buick's one, you can tell, because it's got not as much yellow on the bill as a Hooper. Hoopers have like, so much yellow on the bill. So it's reasonably smaller as well, so that's another way you could tell. So there he is. I think I was trying to get a photo of it stretching, and then it kind of preened, and I think I took it at the wrong time. But nevertheless, it looks good. So here's a crane. You can see the red spot, and its red eye. It looks quite fierce. And now it's eating out of some tube. I'm guessing there's like, I don't know, food in there. And this moorhen, I want to tell you a little story. This is my dad crushing the Pringle. This moorhen, we found it at the Mesolithic Hut, and then it followed us all the way. It followed us from like the ice cream truck all the way over here, and then it went back, brought us a Pringle, a pretzel or whatever, crushed it, and it ate it all. That is the friendliest moorhen ever. So we're now back from the brink. Literally, my dad crushed it. This is a 3-spine stickleback. And the moorhen just followed us all the way from the ice cream truck here, brought us a Pringle, and he's like, alright, please can you crush it? My dad crushes it, I film it, and just eats it. It's so cute. So you got some harvest mice, 2 of them. They got to keep hydrated on a warm day like this. This is the Lesser Flamingo Lagoon. I don't see any lesser flamingos. It said on the map this was meant to be lesser flamingos, but you see mallard and coot and greater flamingos, it seems. But so it's meant to be lesser flamingo. I'm looking at the map right now, and it says lesser flamingos. I don't know. I'm definitely looking at the right bit. I know these are the Caribbean flamingos currently, but it's saying that it's the lesser flamingo lagoon. This is now geese of the world. So I don't know how these lesser white-fronted geese are coping with the heat. It's pretty hot. Currently it's 30.5 degrees. At filming time. I don't know how they came. They're from like Siberia, Russia. This is emperor geese now. Actually, I'm not sure where emperor geese are from. Mallard ducklings trying to interfere with the geese. But that's a white-fronted goose again. Sorry, I couldn't resist taking films of it. It's quite a beautiful bird. Yeah. Then we've got some Brent geese. No, they are black brants. Not Brent geese, they're black brants. Still don't know how they cope with the heat because they're from North America, like way up there. And like North America. This is a red-breasted goose again. Don't know how they competing with the heat, but there's some barnacle geese. We're on the way to the Hogarth Hide. They're not in the lagoon, they're just on a field, and it's like, what a nice surprise to see some barnacle geese. We last saw them at about Samuel Valley about a week ago. This is the Hogarth Hide now. South Lake. Again, looks over the South Lake. Redshank, which looks like from the moment. It's quite distant, everything. More redshank and black-tailed godwits and black-headed gull. But there's so much exposed mud here. It's kind of getting dry and cracked now. But I'm guessing that's why there's not many waders here. Waderscapes Aviary. Again, you can see the foot sanitizer. So this is where you can see avocets up close. Not just avocets. All the waders. You're looking over a fence, and then it's just like this. You can see them like up close, like within a meter. Less than that. They go so close. They've all been ringed, but they're all waders from this country. They're all waders, and they're all from this country. All from this country. They're all British birds. Got ring plover here. And they're just up close on a little sandy bank with a little lake by it. Little pond even. But they're loving it. Look at them. Redshank as well. Believe they've got a ruff. I haven't found one yet. It says on the board that apparently there's meant to be a ruff here, but I haven't seen one just yet. There it is. There's the ruff, having a little sip. Oh, I thought it was gonna. No, he's not. He just went the weird route around it. But black-tailed godwit with a bent bill. Unfortunately, I don't know how that happened. They're meant to have a straight bill like this one. And it says there's little egrets here, and I didn't actually notice that they were here until they were up on the top of the cage, just resting. I didn't know that, but I've just taken this picture for fun. But I'm just stopping to have like an interval from the video. Like, you know, they do that in the music concerts, the interval. Just taking a breather, a lot of talking. It's been amazing at Slimbridge so far. Alright, interval's over. So this is the Waderscapes Aviary. It's a pretty good aviary, actually. I thought they were meant to be like birds from different countries, but it's quite a surprise to see our little waders up close. So that's very cute. So this is all the birds you can see here. So little egret, ring plover, ruff, oyster catcher, redshank, avocet, and black-tailed godwit. It's very impressive here. Oh, redshank having a little scrap. So this is the North American lake, sorry. This is all the birds you can see here. They've probably clipped their wings because there's no cage around it, so that means they've obviously got to fly. Can't fly, sorry. This is a female hooded merganser. Haven't managed to find the male, but there must be somewhere around. A canvasback female, male canvasback. Bit different to a pochard, although they do look similar. Just haven't got the red eye. And we've got some buffleheads here. I know buffleheads, I've seen them before at zoos, aviaries before, and I quite like buffleheads. Now this is a South American lake. Unfortunately, there was no ringneck duck there. Didn't seem to see it. This is a South African pochard, South African comb duck, which looks a bit like cookies and cream ice cream. You got the Oreo at the front. You got the Oreo at the front of the bill, like the big comb on the bill, and then you've got the sort of white and black on the plumage, and then that makes me think I had cookies and cream ice cream yesterday. So yeah, on Tuesday. Well, I needed it. It was 40 degrees. Here's Rosebill pochard and Orinoco geese from South Africa. South America. Not South Africa, South America. And there is also another South American lake. Patagonian crested duck, Chiloe widgeon, which I think might have been the widgeon on the South Lake. It looks a bit like it, although I'm just going to forget I saw that. Anyway, this is Chiloe widgeon. Doesn't seem to be any red shovelers. Apparently that was also meant to be seen here. Just a Patagonian crested duck. Black-necked swan and a mallard. Apparently you can see a western grey lagoose, all of that. It's a separate. These lucky swans. There's only two of them, and they've got the whole water to themselves, apart from a few mallards and whatnot, and a coot nest as well in the middle, but just a black-necked swan. We didn't see any black swans today. I don't think they were meant to be here or something, but I'm not sure. There's the coot on the nest. This is the Coscaroba swan, the world's smallest swan. I think it looks like a bit more like a goose to me, but apparently it's a swan. But if I was to say anything, if I didn't know it was a swan, I'd say it's a goose. But again, from South America. Now we're up to the hides at the other end. We got the Zeiss Hide, which looks over the River Life Lake. So there's 3 hides left. This one, the Bovenkamp Hide, and lastly the Kingfisher Hide, and then that's the end of the whole thing. So we're near the end of this video. It's, to be fair, quite a big, so we're gonna stop at this level to see what's about. And so there's nothing about from there, because you want to be up a bit higher, because if you're from that level then you can only see the reeds. You want to be up higher so you can see all of it. Now I'm at 83 times zoom currently here, and I'm filming it out of a set and a lapwing. So I'm filming, if you saw a minute ago, the other lake right at the top. It's that one. Also, I saw a couple of Dunlin. My binoculars couldn't actually reach that, so my dad was like saying, "Where's the Dunlin? Where's the Dunlin?" But yeah, my binoculars don't really reach. It's only 56, but that's a lot of zoom, but not quite 83. This is the other lake where you can see all the black-headed gulls going up and down and up and down, messing about like black-headed gulls. Heard there's a spoonbill somewhere as well near here. Haven't seen the spoonbill yet, but that was meant to be recorded. It said the spoonbill was last recorded about 3 days ago, and now we're off to the Bovenkamp Hide. Funny I mentioned spoonbill, huh? Really is. Okay, I'm giving you a spoiler, aren't I? I think you know what's coming up. Mute swan. Mute swan. And at first, this next bird, I thought it was a little egret. Closer scanning, when it takes its bill out of its back, when it does, it is a spoonbill. You can see, I'm sorry, I'm at full zoom. I'm doing it handheld, I didn't bring a tripod. But you can see the yellow tip at the end, so that obviously means this bird is a spoonbill. It's totally wild, not in an aviary, it's a wild spoonbill. My first spoonbill. There we go, what a relief, I've seen a spoonbill now. Yes. So there is the spoonbill. My first spoonbill. The spoonbill. I'll always remember that. So I think we're going to leave that spoonbill to be, because it's putting its bill back in its back, but I'll get plenty of other opportunities. You can see how really far it is away. At full zoom. I really need a sip of water. I've been doing this video voiceover non-stop. I've been talking for half an hour and I haven't even had a sip of water, but Kingfisher Hide, which looks over the Kingfisher ponds, but no kingfishers, nothing from this side actually. The only kingfisher we saw today was the one painted on the wall, but a few cows actually. bit of cattle, but that's the only kingfisher we saw there. It's not even real, but we're going to head back now. This is on the way back. This is the Arctic Adventure. Looks over the Tundra Lake. Actually a pretty good hide. Pretty decent. Got the Bewick's one, the green and white-fronted goose, and the Scaup. Those are the 3 interesting birds you can see here. There's the Bewick's one. I know, I'm a chatterbox. Everyone says that. Scaup. I haven't seen a Scaup in a few months, actually. The last one I saw was in February. But remember, this isn't wild, actually. Now, here are the greater white-fronted goose, like the white-fronted goose, the standard ones, and a golden eye. Finally seeing that in July. Anyway, that is the end of Slimbridge. I will now hopefully see you at Eggleton, maybe at the end of July. We're going out, but thank you for